I believe that Ethereum is ready to trade much and much higher for the remainder of the week, and I have a long idea that is ready to get executed today. Okay, so what we can see is that on Monday, Ethereum saw a strong push to the downside right over here. While getting the push to the downside, Ethereum swept a lot of sell-side liquidity. It swept major sell-side liquidity beneath the low over here, but we also had major sell-side liquidity resting beneath the low over here. Why was there a lot of liquidity resting? Because we can see that we got this strong push to the upside right over here, and that push to the upside broke above this insignificant high right over here. But what happened, because of the fact that it broke above that high, is that many people started looking at buy positions on Ethereum right over here. And where are those people that are targeting new all-time highs looking to place their stop loss? Beneath the low over here that started this impulse to the upside. And therefore there was a lot of liquidity resting over here, and obviously we had a lot of liquidity resting beneath the equal lows right over here. After we took out that liquidity, Ethereum saw a strong recovery back towards the upside right over here, and Ethereum broke above this significant high right over here. Therefore, we see a high time frame liquidity sweep resulting into a strong recovery that also gives us a valid break of structure. What was a major sign of strength from the bulls as well is that over here on this push to the downside, what we could see is that Ethereum had multiple bearish displacements. For example, this major bearish displacement over here. And we displaced back above those bearish displacements on that push towards the upside, clearly showcasing that bulls are back in control, which means that we can start targeting some buy-side liquidity. Now, our first buy-side liquidity objective is right over here. So we can understand the higher time frame context that we should start looking for intraday long positions on Ethereum. Are the weekly statistics on Ethereum, because we put in P1, aka the weekly low so far on a Monday, and P2, aka the weekly high so far yesterday on a Wednesday. Now, what we can see is that it is very likely to put in the P2, aka a new weekly high for this week on either Thursday, but especially on Friday, Saturday or Sunday. We can see that all in all this has a major probability, and we only have a 12.8% probability to keep the current P2 for the week on Wednesday, which means that according to the weekly timing statistics, it is very, very likely that Ethereum is going to put in a new weekly high. And based on this lower metric over here, we can see that based off distance, there's also still a 31.4% chance that Ethereum is going to see a bigger move compared to the current move that it has seen so far this week. And the move so far this week has been down and then up, which means that there's a 31.4% chance that Ethereum is going to see a bigger bullish displacement compared to the current bullish displacement that we have seen so far this week. So both weekly timing and weekly distance statistics are showcasing that it is very, very likely for Ethereum to make new weekly highs. So both the higher time frame context, but also the weekly intraday context are showcasing that new weekly highs are very likely and that higher prices are very likely for Ethereum, which means that we can start looking at long executions. Now you guys know that I love to execute my trades on the 15-minute time frame. And when I analyze the structure over here, there's a few things that I'm already noticing. The first thing that I'm noticing is this slow grind to the upside right over here that was followed by this flush to the downside, followed by another strong move towards the upside. You guys know that this is my favorite continuation pattern. I will leave a link in the description to the video where I go over this favorite continuation pattern and I explain everything about this pattern from A till Z. Definitely make sure to check out that video after you have watched today's trading idea video. Now, because of this sweep and then this push towards the upside that gave us this break of structure, we know that we have found ourselves a clean invalidation for our bullish intraday buys beneath a low over here. What I can also see is that along this push to the upside, there was something interesting happening right over here, because we can see that Ethereum saw this most recent push to the upside, and by getting the push to the upside, Ethereum was breaking above this insignificant high over here. Now, by doing this, a lot of people are trying to catch the breakout on Ethereum up on this push towards the upside right over here, or up on this pullback. Now, where are those people placing their stops? They're placing their stops beneath the low that started that impulse, aka the low over here, which means that there's lots of liquidity resting over here, which means that I'm only interested in longs once we take out the liquidity beneath the low over here, because I'm always looking to enter where other people are getting stopped out. Now, the second thing that I'm noticing is this massive bullish displacement right over here for the price of Ethereum as well. And within the massive bullish displacement, we can see that we have some previous supply resting right over here as well, which means that's my second POI to start looking for longs. So my first entry POI is up on the sweep of the low over here, with my invalidation over here, and with my target resting over here. My second entry POI is within that bigger bullish displacement, where we also have the previous supply that should now be turning into demand with the same invalidation and the same target. I'll be risking around 1 hour on the first entry and around 0.5 hour on the second entry. We can see that the first entry offers an RR of approximately 2.72 and that the second trade offers an RR of approximately 6.93.